Here we go. This is yehdawg coming to you with yet another match from Casit. For all you tuning in, this is me coming to you from Seoul, South Korea. Seoul, South Korea. That's right. It's morning here for me, but it's nighttime there for you. And if you want to see some cool matches, stick around. This is my Twitch channel where I'll be streaming and also uploading all my videos that I cast for you. If you don't see it live here, you can always check out my YouTube channel. That's linked below. You can see it right there. So, what do we got today? We got a diamond match coming out for both players. Who do we got as our players, though? We got Frostalgia, who's going to be spawning as the red Terran at the top left-hand spawning location of Nimbus. And his opponent is going to be EMS, who's going to be spawning as the blue Protoss at the bottom left-hand spawning position. And Frostalgia has got a clan called Rival. Doesn't have a clan icon or graphic, so doesn't have that going on, so I can't really look at that and ogle at it and go, ooh, shiny, and has a nice funny picture. But Frostalgia gonna be dropping that barracks down as soon as he's got enough money. You got enough money, drop it, drop it, drop the base. There you go. He got that barracks right now. He's gonna be using that SCV that was making that supply depot to come across the map and get a scout off on his Protoss opponent, who is going to be going for a very, very, very late gateway. Has not gotten a gateway. I don't really... He's going to go Nexus first. Okay, he's going Nexus... No, he's going 15 gate and 15 assimilator. So it does look like he's going for more of econ. He chose to get a late gateway to get in a couple more workers in. Interesting choice. Don't really see that too often, but... if we look at Frostalgia, I'm going to keep pronouncing it like that the entire match. I'm sorry if that offends you, Frostalgia. It's just fun to say it that way, Frostalgia. Frostalgia flicks. But Frostalgia's going for his first gas. Going to be getting his orbital command too right now. So he does get first gas. So it could mean we're going to be seeing a Reaper coming out of this barracks. And we do see a Reaper coming out of this barracks right now. So if we look at EMS going off of one assimilator, probably going to be dropping his core down right now, going out with this probe. You're going to be scouting out his opponent to see what's happening in his base. It's not completely walled off though, so if Frostalgia doesn't block this off with a Marine, he might get scouted. EMS might get into his base and see what's going on. Very thirsty. Talking definitely takes that on your throat. SCV is going to try and block, though, is not able to stop this this probe from getting to the base. EMS is going to get a good scout off of what's going on in Frostalgia's base. This probe sees how many gases Frostalgia has taken, but in the meantime, EMS at 21 supply is going to be going for his Nexus. Cyber Nexus core finishes, but he's going to be getting that Mothership core out, Chrono boosting that out, and also Chrono boosting out his first Stalker to deal with this Reaper that he knows is coming across the map. To be honest, he should have queued up that Reaper a little bit fast. I mean, that Stalker a little bit faster, because this Reaper is going to be coming here and getting a good scout. He's going straight for the natural, I think, to see if he got his expansion up. That's a very good position for EMS to be in, considering that he didn't go straight for the probe line, which he's going for right now. He's getting a good scout, sees everything that's going on in EMS's base. Reaper's so annoying just because they're so fast. He's going to probably stay alive by the skin of his teeth, just rolling around. Yeah, it's super annoying. This map, though, Nimbus isn't too great for Reaper harassment, considering that there's only one side right here where the Reapers can jump up and down from. You can't really jump up and down from here because you'll just drop into the deep, empty void of space and die. But that's a Frostalgia. Frostalgia was able to get a good scout out, not losing that Reaper, which is a good position to be in. Able to get that command center up and running too. So he's going to be making barracks behind this, and a tech lab too. So it looks like he's going to be going for an early push. Most pushes of Terrans, who's only working off of one gas right now, so he's going to be going for an early 10-minute push. Tech lab probably going to get stim. Yep, researching stim right now. So that's just to get a early stim. Go for it's going to finish before the 10-minute mark. So that earliest push, depending on how early he wants it to be, can get there pretty early, before 10 minutes. Protoss player has to be ready to anticipate that, otherwise he's going to just crumble to that aggression. He's able to get 3 gates coming out of EMS, and he's going to be getting a robotics facility too. So if he gets a good scout out, especially with an observer over at the base of Frostalgia and sees the amount of racks as he has, he'll probably put out an Immortal. This is a pretty standard build right now that he's got. He's getting his both gases at 44. Usually get at 43. Just a little bit off. But good macro coming out of both players. EMS still floating a bunch of gas, so he should get like some kind of tech, if not an upgrade, something else. Going straight for the observer. Yep, pretty standard. That's usually what I do too. So once the robotics facility goes up, but I usually get a forge somewhere sometime around here. So simulators do finish from EMS. Needs to get some probes in there. But if we look over at the force of Frostalgia right now, he's got a bunch of Marines, just producing Marines, and he's gonna no Marauders, just Marines. Oh, here we go. First Marauder coming out right now. Stim's is close to being finished. +1 attack going to be finishing for his Terran player too. So this is a very good position for Frostalgia to be in. He's getting that factory right now too. So he's going to be going up to Medivacs. If he wants to get some Widow Mines too, he can get a Widow Mine drop going on too. Nimbus is a great map to do drops as a Terran player. It's just very hard for the Protoss to defend all 3 expansions considering they're so far off. If he decides to drop into here, for example, it's going to be a long time before the Protoss, if right here, can get up here and defend that expansion. So if a big push comes out over in the 3rd base of the Protoss, the Terran player can just drop Widow Mines here into the to the natural expansion, and there's really not much that EMS could do. It's Terran favorite in that sense. I know somebody in my clan was complaining about it last night, and I totally agree. I get wrecked by Hellion drops. But this observer coming into the main of Frostalgia is going to be seeing everything. Going to be seeing the starport that's being put down right now. Going to be seeing that the reactor is being made too from Frostalgia 2. Sees everything basically, but sees how many gases Frostalgia is working off of. Frostalgia only working off 3 gas. Probably an indicator that he's looking to push and also get into a 3rd base. Nope. We're going to be getting his 4th and 5th barracks, so he's really going to be investing in this 2-base push. If we look at what EMS has so far, he is able to scout the racks. He's got a sizable force. He's got Zealots with no upgrades, +1 armor coming out. They're going to be going over here working on the rocks. This observer sticking out on the front just to wait to see when this force of Frostalgia is going to be pushing out to attack. Meanwhile, just macroing up. If we look at the income of both players, 46 harvesters for the Terran player and 48 for the Protoss. So they're macroing pretty well in terms of economy. Protoss working off 4 gases, where the Terran's only working off 3. I still think that this means he's just he needs more minerals at this point than he does need gas, considering he's putting down his 3rd. Is scouted by EMS. EMS's observer is able to scout that, sees the medevac, sees that he's pushing out, so he's getting ready for this attack. Reaper over here is able to deny the 3rd going down from EMS. EMS going to be coming down from the wrap. He needs to be a little bit careful though. That Reaper getting blasted in the face. These Marines stimming him. This Bioforce coming in here. Going to be pushing straight into this forest of EMS. EMS does not have anything to deal with this. Immortal goes down. Stalker's getting surrounded. And these Zealots just getting cutted all day. Another Immortal coming out though, and these Zealots do have +1 armor, so they are going to be able to deal with the upgrades of the Marines. Marines going to be sticking out here on the low ground, going to be able to take out that pylon, but in the meantime, +2 attack, +1 armor is coming out from the Terran player. Storm almost finishing from EMS, so he's not going to be taking up to Colossi. He's going to be going up and just going straight for from Storms. Behind this, Frostalgia is going to be working off of 5 racks. He's got his starport producing medevacs too. He could be going for drops if he wanted to, but EMS can be coming out here with a little bit of aggression. He does see the army of Frostalgia, which is chilling there next to his observer. These Zealots just being cutted, but from the behind, these couple... Oh no, some Bioforce coming in from behind, going to be trying to pick off some Stalkers. Zealot goes down, this Immortal getting slow. It's going to be able to get picked off from these stimmed Bioforce. That's not a really good position EMS to be in, considering that 61 supplied to 107 of Frostalgia. Frostalgia up 51 army supply to 18. That's nothing. That's really nothing. A drop coming to the main of EMS, coming to the natural of EMS. It's a sizable Bioforce. Photon Overcharge comes out on the Nexus, but there's really a lot. Frostalgia can afford to just leave these Bioforces in here, considering he just produce again. He's going to be going ahead and picking up though. He's going to go and try and take off out of there. He's able to kill 14 workers in that harassment, which is a very good position for the Terran player to be in. He's working off of 3 bases right now, and I think that was just a very good engagement. He was able to pick off a couple of Immortals. Oh, my throat's so dry. He was able to pick off a couple of mortals, and he was able to do a good amount of damage in that. So that's a pretty good position for EMS to be in. I mean, Frostalgia to be in. He's got 120 supply almost. And he's going ahead. He's building a bunker up here at the front. He's working off 3 bases. He needs to get this 3rd base up and saturated. He's gonna probably be dropping mules anytime now. But big engagement coming here at the front door of EMS. These good splits from Frostalgia can be able to get a good concave against this force from the Protoss opponent. He did research Storm, but there's absolutely nothing here to deal with all of these bio units from Frostalgia. Frostalgia coming in here, pushing in, destroying the entire force of EMS, and GG's called from EMS as he didn't have anything to deal with that just giant force of bio from Frostalgia. Frostalgia takes the game, EMS GG's out, and that's all she wrote, guys. That's this TvP, right? Straight up 14 minutes, and Frostalgia was able to take that game. Frostalgia in very good position. He just took his 4th gas right now, so it does seem like he was gonna go ahead and go up in tech. He got late medevacs, was able to get that push around the 10-minute mark. Was able to do a good amount of damage with that push too. Was able to take out both Immortals. I think that was the killing blow for EMS, was losing that force. He should have just stayed in here, got a couple sentries, and defended this 3rd expansion, which is just got up and had nothing mining from it. It's really, if you lose too much early on as a Protoss player, it really puts you behind. And when that happens, you just really can't catch up, especially when when the Terran player is producing off of 3 bases. You can just get that bioforce up. You destroy it, he's got a new one back at home. So you gotta have the production and the AoE to deal with how many bio units he's producing. And he's got the cannon up in here. What I noticed in Nimbus is if you want to defend this expansion, put 3 cannons. Put 3 cannons. You're gonna need it, because it is so hard to get up here with your force as a Protoss player, as any player actually, as anyone who's dealing with drops. It's really hard, especially as a Protoss player though. You just put 3 cannons right here. It'll protect you from harassment. It'll delay the drop at least a little bit and also do a lot of damage. So if you pick off the medevacs, at least he won't be able to salvage those units. EMS was able to get Storm though, wasn't able to use it though at all. He had a lot of gas. Look how much gas he had. Just drop a bunch of Templar right here. Make them into Archons or something, because you need AoE to deal with how many bio units Frostalgia was pushing out with. But GG for both players. I really enjoyed this game. Yeah, it was straight up 14 minutes. Good play coming out of Frostalgia. Good early defense by EMS. EMS, if I could make a suggestion, it would just be play a little bit more defensive against a Terran player who is working off of 2 fully saturated bases. You saw, I mean, he did see how many barracks Frostalgia was producing off of, and we look how many gates. I mean, he did have like around six gates that he had later, but it was much later. He wasn't able to keep up with the production of Frostalgia. So at that point, when you're getting your 3rd base up a little bit later, you might want to just stick in your base with a couple sentries, play a little bit defensive, especially when you have Immortals. Immortals do so much damage, but only when they're in the back. And then wait till you get the Templar, because you had so much gas. So if I were EMS, I would just do that in the future. If you're watching this replay, just keep that in mind in the future. And also with Frostalgia, really, I don't really know too much about Terran play, to be honest. I would go for, I'm not sure how the build works that you're working on, but the upgrades that he was going for is +1. If you had +1/+1, I think that early push could have done a lot more damage than it did. What I noticed with a lot of Terran players that I go against is that they go +1/+1 normally. They get both E-bays down at the exact same time, and they go +1/+1. It was really good position to be in as a Terran player, especially considering that the Protoss only had +1 armor at that point when he pushed in at the very early part of that game. But anyways, that was that match. This is the end of this Cast It video, which I will be uploading onto YouTube. If you liked what you saw, please follow me on Twitch. I'll be casting live amateur games regularly, daily. So please send me some amateur games to my Gmail account, because I'm always in need of replays. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is linked below, and also like the video once it's uploaded, because hey, that's always nice to see. Also, I'd like to get some feedback from you guys, so if you want to type in chat when I'm streaming and give me some suggestions while I'm casting, also just comment on the game and my casting style, I'm all for it. I really want to hear feedback from you guys. I want to hear what you got to say, what the community wants to say about my casting. So That's all for this cast, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!